Hello. All right, we are live. I just did a little quick spot check. Let's see.
If you're in the chat, let us know if we're too quiet or whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah, Steven's a little quiet on my end, but I could power through it.
Steven, you can always raise your mic.
I mean, I can raise it more. Or I could, hang on, let's try this too.
Just hold it in your hand like this.
You're not terrible right now. I can hear
now.
you.
How is this? Check. How's that? Any different?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I can also bring the level up a little bit.
Yeah, you, like I said, you're a little quiet. You're not terrible. I can hear it. It's just I have to put a little bit more conscious effort to when you're talking.
What about now?
You're fine.
Get angry and yell something.
No!
Yeah, you sound great. Like when you yell, it sounds great. Like
yeah, so yell the whole time.
No, what I'm saying is like there's no clipping. It's all contained.
All right.
It's like those mics are good or something.
It's like they're good or something. All right, so I guess we're gonna have to do the intros. Since Tina's out, it'll be the three of us. What do you guys want to
do?
Yeah. Make your choice.
I'll do HBO Max.
I was about to say there's two stories, man.
Yeah, well, I only did two stories because we're gonna look at some trailers.
Fine, I'll do the together one.
Okay. All right. Then, what order do you guys want to go in?
I'll go last, I guess.
I'll go first.
All right, then I'm going in the middle. All right. On this episode of the Culturesmash cast,
Max is now HBO Max, a completely new and original name.
Together,
Ironheart.
Shit, I'm sorry.
In the middle.
I'm sorry.
In the middle.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's try again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, from the top. On this episode of now I fucked it up. See?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck.
It's your fault, sir. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. On this episode of the Culturesmash cast,
the streaming service Max is now HBO Max, a completely new and original name.
And it's Iron Man. Shit, I fucked it. Starting again. No, we're starting again. On this episode of the Culturesmash cast,
the streaming service Max is now HBO Max, a new and original name.
And it's Ironheart versus Superman.
Together seems to be in trouble.
It's the Culturesmash cast, episode 670 for May the 14th, 2025. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of the Culturesmash cast. Nico?
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to Culturesmash cast.
Zach?
Zach, I'm here. I'm a dumbass. Sure. My camera can't focus. What is that?
That's true. You're failing. And we're still hoping for an appearance from Tina. Once baby time is done. She's going to try to come in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I didn't put one thing on here, but we will talk about a movie. But we're waiting. We're going to wait for that till she's part of the conversation.
If it's the movie that I know she wants to talk about, she hasn't seen it yet. So.
Oh, she hasn't seen it. Well, then we can't talk about it this week anyway, so that works out. All right. Let's see.
What movie?
So, I don't want to bring it up because you won't stop talking if I bring it up.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that one? You sure?
That's going to be a next week movie.
Yeah.
I got to hold. Oh, okay.
Not until Tina's seen it. See, this is why I didn't want to say the name. Join us every Wednesday night live on YouTube and Twitch, starting at or around 7 p.m. CDT. Follow us on your platform of choice and join the conversation because we do follow the chats and comments and do answer questions as the show progresses. Special thanks to Skinny Mixes for supporting the Culturesmash cast. Skinny Mixes are coffee, cocktail, and dessert syrups that are 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 to 2 carbs. Head on over to skinnymixes.com and try some of their delicious drink and dessert syrups, such as the white chocolate, salted dark chocolate, and salted caramel. They also feature a variety of cocktail mixes and water infusions. Spice up your coffee or cocktail with less sugar, calories, and carbs. Use promo code Culturesmash for 15% discount. Alrighty, so Nico, did you guys do anything media related over the weekend? since you didn't get to see the movie?
No, no, not really. I'm trying to struggle with what I did this weekend. That's the parent life. It's like everything is just out the window. Like this weekend particularly was rainy and dreary, so we were inside pretty much the whole time, trying to keep a toddler entertained, which is a feat in and of itself.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. So Zach and I did see a movie. We will talk about that movie.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
On the show next week.
God.
And what else? I know, right? I kind of like tortured myself because the new Final Destination movie's coming out this week, so I kind of went back and revisited, and I watched the bad ones. I watched 4 and 5.
Oh no! Why'd you have to watch 4?
They're both bad.
I heard 5 was good when it came out. Has it changed?
It didn't change for me. It's still bad.
All right. I remember critics liking that one, but apparently this new one's good. So
yeah, the word is that it's good, and Zach and I are going to see it Friday night, right?
Yeah, sure. Screw it. Yeah, sure. Wait. Where are we seeing this?
Huh?
Where are we seeing it?
I don't know. We'll figure that out. And we may need to see it. See,
Yeah. Think about that.
Well, but we have Dick Tracy on Saturday night, right?
No. It's. I'm worried about audience.
Oh yeah. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we're seeing Dick Tracy at midnight also, and I want to see The Secret Apartment. That's also showing. That is a smaller movie, but it's a documentary about people who built an apartment inside a mall and lived there for 4 years. So I'm fascinated to see that.
You know, in between over the week, we did see another movie.
Go on.
Actually, Monday night, we went and saw a movie.
We did, and that was an advanced screening. That's opening this weekend. We saw.
Is it in your list of movies coming out? No, it's not. Wow.
It wasn't listed on the page. Yeah,
Wow.
It's weird. Is it wide this week?
Is this movie going wide?
It was not listed on Box Office Mojo. We're talking about Friendship. What an interesting experience. We saw that in a sold-out advanced screening crowd, and I think if you're going to see Friendship, that's the way to see it. Go to
I don't see it anywhere else, but I, honestly, is this a movie that we can expect to get a wide release?
I'm pretty sure it's getting a wide release. It's just not
That's
this week.
crazy.
I think it's next week that the wide release happens. But it's an A24 film, and it is an observation of male bonding and friendship in the most cringy, weird, messed up way possible. And it's hilarious.
If you're a fan of the TV show I Think You Should Leave, then you're going to like this. If you're not a fan of I Think You Should Leave, steer clear of this. Otherwise, you will have tortured yourself.
I haven't watched that show, so I was going in very cold other than what's in the trailer. And I will say...
A+ on that trailer.
A+ on the trailer, because it tells you what you need to know, but then it doesn't tell you anything.
Boy, it doesn't give any of the good jokes away at all.
Yeah. I think I end up... I don't think I've actually put my score out yet. I think I'm settling on a 3.5, I think. Yeah. But it could be a 4. It could be a 4. Because I do think the movie falters a little bit in its pacing about the halfway point. And I think it kind of doesn't know where to go at the end. And those are problems. But at the same time, I don't know if I've laughed that much in a comedy in a theater in a long time. So I'm just tempted to lean into a 4 because of how much fun I had with it.
I'm at a 3.5. Or a repeat viewing might change that. Like, I really enjoyed it, but I don't know if I'd go as far as a 4. But I have found myself just giggling throughout the days of the weirdest shit. Like, the subtlety of it is just causes me to go, what the fuck was that? Like, there's a clothing brand he wears. And a joke around it.
Don't give up the joke.
No, I'm not giving up the joke, but there's a joke around it. And I just find myself giggling about it throughout the day.
Yeah,
Like,
it's if it's showing near you, I know there's still maybe some advanced screenings happening, but it is opening. I'm pretty sure it's not this week next, but it's next week that it's opening wide. If you haven't seen the show, I just say skip watching the show and just go in to see it.
you can watch one episode of the show. It's 15 minutes.
Well, I didn't, and I'm kind of glad.
Pull up a clip on YouTube. They
You know
upload.
what?
It's a
I'm going to
sketch
go
comedy
against
thing.
that. I'm going to go against that because if you haven't seen the show, you're going to go in completely blind and not know what to expect. And that's how I went in, and it was great. It was great. Now, just look at the trailer. It gives you enough of an idea of the type of humor it is, and you'll know whether to see it or not, I think. But yeah, it's super fun. And again, we were really lucky. We got there really early, not on purpose.
We were the first people in the theater. What are you talking about? We were number one.
I know. But what I was going to say is we got there very early, and we didn't wait very long before people were lined up behind us. So people were hyped for it. So let's see what we do have box office numbers for this week. Number 10 is The King of Kings. It made $778,000. It's made $59 million so far.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. The Amateur is still in the theater. How is this possible? It made over $1 million. 1.171. Yeah, 1.1, almost 1.2. On a I don't have the budgets. Anyways, 39 million.
Do we get budgets anymore? Do they list those now?
They do. I think
Remember when they used to?
Yeah. Number 8 is Until Dawn. It made another 1.9 million. It's made 17.9 so far. New this week, number 7 is Fight or Flight. Made 2 million, and that's what it's made so far.
Dude,
I saw it.
It's
fine.
Wow. That's really bad fucking numbers, man.
It's very bad numbers. It made $2 million. Shadow Force opened this week.
Dude, I'm just saying, Lionsgate movie made $2 million. We're going to talk about some other film that's like a no advertising movie that made more.
Yep.
Tide's changing, boys.
And number 6 is Shadow Force. It made $2.1 million on its opening weekend. Number 5 is Clown in a Cornfield. It made $3.6 million, and that's also opening new this past weekend.
Oh, hey, Clown in a Cornfield. Let's talk about that real quick.
No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it right after this.
No. Next week.
Oh, piece of shit movie.
Number 4 is The Accountant Part 2. It made $6.7 million. It's made 51 so far. Man, that's bad numbers for that movie. Number 3 is a Minecraft movie. What's that?
I was just saying, I don't know who was clamoring for an accountant sequel.
Well, I think it would have done better if the movie had been better. It's just it's a 2.5. It's a 2.5. Number 3 is a Minecraft movie. It made 7.6 million. It made 408 million so far, and that's just domestic numbers. It's crazy. We're getting a sequel. Number 2 is Sinners. It made another $22 million, still holding strong. $215 million so far on that $90 million budget.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. And number 1, Thunderbolts made $32.3 million. It's made $127 million so far. Thunderbolts is a fun movie. It's actually fun.
No, it's Thunderbolts asterisk.
Well, actually, because Marvel just fucking spoiled it.
I couldn't believe they did that. Like less than 24 hours after release, they're just like, fuck it, spoilers.
Spoilers.
It was the Monday. I think it was the Monday after it came out.
What kind of sense does that make? Because
remember when they were like, "Hey, don't spoil Avengers"?
Yeah, it literally spoils.
Like, I haven't seen the movie yet, but when I saw the air quote reveal, I was like, "This doesn't seem like a twist." Like it's like, okay, I kind of assumed this team is supposed to be set up as the next kind of iteration, and then the spoiler is, yes, that is exactly what they are, and we're just giving them the name to be that iteration. Like, okay, it seems like more of the marketing push of the movie than an actual spoiler. It's like, hey,
for you, because you have some knowledge. I mean, for your casual person, they're like, that doesn't know much about comics and stuff. They're like, what the hell?
I will push back on that because the Thunderbolts in this movie is not what the Thunderbolts are in comics. That is not traditionally what that team is meant to represent. I just got the feeling from how the the MCU is set up, and the vacuum of the lack of the main tier team right now is this team is set up to be the replacement team, which the spoiler is, yep, that's true. They are the replacement team. They are the new iteration.
Yep.
I didn't assume that going, based off anything I knew. I didn't know. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, there you go. All right, so opening new this weekend. Hurry Up Tomorrow has no advanced word. I know people that are seeing it tonight, though, so I'm curious. This is the weekend movie?
No, it is. Yeah, it is opening this weekend.
Yeah. There's no advanced. I don't have any.
Yeah, but it's the weekend movie for some. Like, they're going this weekend.
You're funny. All right.
Oh,
anyway.
come on. Come on.
Okay, Dad. And Final Destination Bloodlines is opening also this weekend. 94% and Rotten Tomatoes
94% for a Final Destination movie? What the hell?
It's wild. It's wild.
Metacritic, it's like in like 75 or something, which is like
still high.
Crazy good.
Yeah.
For a horror film, Final Destination 6, like
it's 6th movie, yeah. All right, so we're gonna take a look at a couple of trailers, and I have not watched either of these.
First, you want to do box office numbers?
Oh, you have them? All right, yeah. I didn't know if we had to wait for Tina for that.
I do have them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tina has set them up. Now, I'll do the quickest one, which is our current tier, summer, because now we do have some numbers to plug in there. So in the 2 Discord games, Discord game 1, I'll hit us last on that one.
Okay.
We'll start at the bottom. Negative $15 million is Samantha. Now, to anybody who's confused of what the negative numbers are, when we do our box office bidding, and if anyone has any money left over, that gets dinged against you $1 million per every dollar. So if you, out of your 100 fantasy bucks that you try to bid for movies, have $15 left over, you are negative 15 million, and that's a penalty that you're going to have to overcome with the rest of your movies. That's what Samantha's looking at. Frenchie is looking at negative 4. Steven and Marcus are tied at 0.
Ah, damn it.
Yep. Crystal is at 710,000. And Nick is at $95.3 million.
All right.
All right. The other Discord game, Crystal and Adam tied at 0. Steven at 710,000. And Kevin at the $95 million. And in our game, it's very similar. I had a negative 12 penalty, so negative 12 million. Steven, Nathan, Zach tied at 0, and Tina is at the lead with the 95,000 or 95 million. Sorry, that's all Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts,
so,
yeah. Somehow I see Nico not being concerned about his negative 12 million.
I'm not. I would have preferred not to have it. I screwed up my game at the end. I understand that, but knowing that I have Superman and Fantastic Four is making me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, that game is screwed.
Yeah. Going to the winter game. So the winter game is the one we are wrapping up. It's the winter spring, the first few months of the year. We have, I believe, 2 weeks technically left. So Sinners has one final week to plug in. Legend of Ochi has one final week to plug in. Accountant 2 and Until Dawn both have 2 weeks to plug in. But those are the only ones we're waiting on. So these numbers are not likely to change as much. So in the Discord game, the one game, it's with Samantha, Nick, and Frenchie. We got Frenchie at 283 million, Nick at 548 million, and Samantha at 593 million. That is a difference of just about $45 million. That is a super close game. Yeah. The second Discord game, that's Steven, Marcus, and Bryce. We've got Bryce down the bottom at 265 mil, Marcus at 375 mil, and a little close. Steven here at $772 million.
So it sounds like that's a me first place, Samantha second place situation.
Yeah. In the TikTok game, this one's got the TikTok numbers on it. That's Steven, Dustin, Jason, Andrew, and Chris. Chris is at the bottom with 66. That's 2 sixes, $66 million. And then Andrew is next up with 160 mil. Jason is right following that at 264 mil. Close is Dustin at 280 mil. And Steven again pulling the lead at $659 million.
This is how it goes when you're a badass film ball player. You take 2 games.
This is why Steven branched out the film ball outside of this show so that he could actually win. Because if you get to our game, that's you, me, Zach, Nathan, and Tina. Tina is at the rear at $616 million. Steven is really close to that at $147 million.
Damn it.
I am safely in middle with $318 million. Unfortunately, Captain America couldn't save me. Zach is up above me at $374 million. Sinners really helped Zach a lot, but not enough to probably dethrone Nathan, who's got an almost $100 million lead at $472 million.
Damn it. Yeah, that game's over. Yep. Nothing to be done about that, sir.
Nathan was in town and we were at Atlanta last week, and we couldn't make meeting up happen. But when we figured out it wasn't going to happen, he just said, go ahead and keep it. You guys are probably going to have it again next round.
Damn it. That's funny. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's look at this Ironheart thing first. This one is interesting to me because it took them so long to do any marketing for this. I was starting to wonder if they were even going to do any marketing, to be honest. All right. You guys there?
Yep, I'm waiting for you to play it.
Okay, just making sure. All right, here we go.
Hello? For real?
Welcome, Riri. In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Oh, what is this?
Your interview. You'll suffocate and die unless you break into the device on the floor, or you will find a gas mask. Good luck.
Screw this.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So you win her out. Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable. Something
Important?
iconic.
It's a brand new.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision. But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done. What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot.
You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that. This is wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady.
Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
Snore.
So,
I feel
a point you were talking about, Stephen, about like, when is marketing ever going to happen for this? Because it's coming out in a month. Like, principal photography ended in 2022.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
this thing has
it
been coming
wrapped
for a
in
long
November
time.
2022. So, like,
I
a lot of, I think they did some pickup shots, some additional stuff, maybe earlier in like 2024. But still, it's like, this thing has been mostly done, at least in terms of the filmed product, and has been in post-production and editing for the last 2 years.
Well, we got the first hint of it in Wakanda Forever, right?
Yeah, which came out in 2022.
Yeah. So I don't get why this took so long. What were they waiting on?
I think it was more so that, but I don't think Wakanda Forever was really that well received. Like,
It wasn't.
It's not a good movie. It's got good stuff in it, but it's not a good movie. But I think that, and just Marvel not really having a good feel for what it wants to do for its television department is kind of what kept it in limbo. Like, is this a miniseries? Is it supposed to be a multi-season show? Like, I don't think they understood what they wanted to do with this character and this property.
Well, and I think it's interesting too, because they were setting things up all the way back to freaking Hawkeye for a Young Avengers, but they're taking so long to do it now. Everybody's growing up.
Yeah, I mean, even in the Marvels, when that came out, the post-credit stinger for Marvels is setting it up because you have Miss Marvel and Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, in the stinger of that one. You're right. There, especially after the talk last week about like Haley Steinfeld, just like, I don't know if she could play that young of a character after what I just saw in Sinners.
Exactly. She does not seem like not the child anymore.
Yeah. So, and I know there's been talk over the last couple of weeks about the Jeremy Renner turning down Hawkeye 2 because they weren't paying him enough. And it's like
they wanted to actually cut his salary, he said.
Yeah, which I don't know if they were also going to cut camera time. Like, you're not going to be a main character in this, where this is really the handoff to the younger Hawkeye, or were they just going to just try to? It doesn't feel like they would try to do the same amount of content at less money.
Right.
But I think they just don't know, because Hawkeye 1 that came out 2021.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's Marvel doesn't know what they want to do for their TV shows. That's a larger. It's a symptomatic of the larger television landscape in the streaming era that we're in. Like, they're not shows aren't going to do an annual production. They're not going to do season 1 and then next year season 2, and then next year season 3. They're not even going to season 1, 2 years season 2, 2 years season 3. There's no rhyme or reason to the production process of TV shows because they don't know what they want them to be. Marvel has retooled multiple projects, dropped multiple projects. We were supposed to get a Don Cheadle-led Armor Wars project. It was going to be a TV show, and then it was going to be a movie, and now I think it's just completely off the roster. They don't know what they're doing.
And the thing is they actually damage themselves with this nonsense, because Hawkeye was a good show. And I don't say that about the shows, the Disney Plus shows, that often, but it was good. I had a really good time with it. I thought it was fun. It's fun, like holiday, because it was around Christmas. And they did nothing with it. And when they finally decided to do something, they try to cut the costs on it so much no one wants to be involved in it. And they set this Young Avengers thing up, and my assumption was it was never going to be a movie. I thought it was going to be a show.
Yeah.
and they were going to bring all these shows together or whatever. And now that kind of stuff, it just feels overcomplicated to me. And it's like, so I got to watch 4 or 5 shows of each of these characters before they do a show together. I mean, it worked with Defenders because the Netflix shows were great, but then when the Defenders actually happened, it wasn't very good. So
Defenders was okay. I will say of that first era. So if you're talking about like Daredevil season 1 and 2, and then Jessica Jones season 1, Luke Cage season 1, Iron Fist season 1, and then you get Defenders. I think that's the right order.
I think so too.
Yeah, it is. Defenders is not the least good of those projects. I would definitely say it's Iron Fist.
Yeah.
But
Iron
yeah,
Fist is
I
definitely
think
the worst.
it does work because they're fairly self-contained. We as a people went into the Netflix shows not having to have an understanding of the MCU, and we don't go into the movies needing an understanding of the Netflix shows. All except that the Battle of New York happened. That's the most. Like, the Battle of New York happened. There was an alien invasion. Superheroes do exist. That's all you need. Just hit the rest
Exactly.
of it. And that's fine. And from my understanding of what I've been seeing coming out of Marvel Studios in terms of how they're discussing what the future of their television projects are going to be, is finally figuring that out. This is like, we don't have to tie these all together. Just make good shows, and people will watch good shows. They don't have
Did
to
you watch?
trying to.
Did you watch Daredevil?
I am like I'm episode 2. I finished the first 2 episodes, not because of quality of the show. I actually liked those first 2 episodes. The first one's started off a little rough, but it was okay, and the second episode's pretty good. Mostly just toddler life, but
Yeah.
it's okay. And I have no problem with it. It's again better than Iron Fist, so it's.
I mean, overall, to me, I did finish it. It just feels fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
it feels like a tier below what Netflix was doing with the property.
And then it toward the second half of it,
Mhm.
especially in the last act of the run of shows, it feels like it tries to make up for that, and it just feels like it's trying too hard to me.
And
this
is also a show that was heavily retooled, like twice.
Yeah.
So I think that's also part of what you're kind of running up against in the feel of the show. I mean, the final product tried to be more of the Netflix feel that the original iteration of this was trying not to be. And when we get season 2, because season 2 is happening, and Marvel just announced that they're bringing back Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones. So they are understanding that they had a good product with those Netflix shows and want to bring more of that in. So, well, I'll see if season 2 kind of matches the tier more of the Netflix shows.
I mean, I hope so. It's just looking at this show, I'm like, all right.
I think the thing they need to work out is regular schedule. It is like season 1 came out early this year. Season 2 needs to come out roughly the same time next year, or same time the year. We've talked about this a lot. Streaming television is awful in terms of setting audience expectations, because we want a regular release, and if you don't give a regular trickle of content, people lose interest.
Exactly. Well, if you make me wait 2, 3, 4 years for the sequel, I'm kind of moved on from it. I don't care anymore.
The kids in Stranger Things would have gone all the way through freshman to senior year in high school at this point, from what we're waiting between the last season and this one.
So Sydney in the chat says The Accountant 2, good movie, but not like the first one. I love the pairings of the brothers Affleck and Barenthal. 3.5 out of 5. The only gripe had is that there should have been more action. So, I mean, I could talk about that. I saw the movie. It's like a 2.5 for me, and I really liked the first one. But I feel like when you're talking about, people are loving the pairing of them, and you could tell that they were kind of having a good time with it. but there would be these weird, like, emotional, like, breaks. Like, you would have real heavy drama for a hot minute and immediately jokes. Like, immediately. It doesn't, like, segue, just boom. And it happened a bunch of times in the movie. And then also when you take from that what Sydney also says, there's not enough action. I mean, it shouldn't be a Bad Boys movie or something like that, but it felt like it was just doing nothing until the last act of the movie. So I agree. Let's see.
Hey, Jamie.
Oh, what's
Hey,
up, Nick? What's up, Jamie? What's up, you guys? We were just talking about Ironheart. The trailer for that premiered, and I think Nico and I both feel meh about it. Like, maybe it's okay. Zach doesn't care.
I in a shocking turn of events, another Marvel thing is coming out, and my expectations and interest is in the ground.
It bothers me a little bit because there's good source material.
The weird thing, Ironheart's okay. I never really grabbed onto the character. That's one of those. Ironheart's one of those late Bendis Marvel creations. Like he created the character just before he was going out the door. Oddly enough, to go write the character that's in the next trailer we're gonna go watch.
Exactly.
But I never really like jumped onto the character. But I don't really have a problem with Ironheart. It's just there's nothing in the trailer that grabs me. And again, it's been so long since we dealt with the character that it's such a weird process.
It is.
And the weird thing too is Marvel should nail like longer form narratives of like TV shows and miniseries, because that's what comics are. The Marvel comics have been long form narrative going back to the 60s, and they're not doing it in other TV
A good
shows.
Marvel arc, it was nothing to have a Marvel arc, a comic book arc, take a couple of years to finish telling its story. And you're reading one issue a month. I mean, it would take forever to get through it. And then sometimes it would spin off across other comics.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you. They should be able to nail this stuff, but it's just not working for them. I'll watch the first episode. I usually try to give a show 3, but when the show is only 6 or 7 episodes or 8 at the most, I don't give it 3. I give it 2. So I'll probably watch the first 2 and see if I can lock on to it or not. All right. Let's take a look at this next one.
I watched this one like 3 times today already.
Oh, all right. Well, then spoilers for how Nico feels about it. Let's see. I haven't seen it yet.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some
it's
might.
a lot of fire,
It's a
but-
lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices, your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. She's an it. Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
You have a dog?
Okay. I have thoughts on this. What are you going to say, Zach?
Snyder Bros. It's over. Okay, you can just you need to let it go. It's over. Can we just pour one out for the Snyder Bros? Because they're having a real bad day today. But I just want to say, I hate the look of it. Like every shot is a wide angle lens shot.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it is a trailer.
Boy, every shot in that trailer is a wide angle lens shot. It's the style. I don't like it.
So that doesn't bother me as much as, again, and this is me and Zach.
The color grade looks better.
I don't like the color grade. I was just about to say.
Well, I mean, better comparative to like Wicked.
I just wish it was natural. I feel like Superman is sort of a wholesome character, and I just feel like it should be natural. Not everything has to be tinged in blue. I don't understand that. It looks like, color-wise, it looks exactly like Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Yep.
It just looks like that, and I hate it.
It's almost like it's shot the same way.
I think it's going to try to. I think the attempt is to make the colors pop and be more vibrant, like a comic book, like a bright Superman comic book. I'm fine with the colors. It
doesn't feel bright to me though. It feels dim and blue.
Maybe I'm just used to, as Zach pointed out, Snyder Bros.
I was about to say, you want to go back to Snyder? He'll remove all that color, man.
Yeah. I mean, I like that scene where he's talking to his dad or whatever. That should be sepia. That should be yellow. That would define that part of his life in such a more clear way to me than just everything in blue. But I'm going to take a wait and see on that because it's just a trailer and who knows. What I will say is, to the social commentary that's in here, maybe James Gunn finally gets this shit right. Because you can do a thing, should you do a thing? And because you have the power to do a thing, should you still do it? And what gives you the right to make decisions for other people? And I love the complexity of that, and it hasn't been done well. A little bit, we did get it in Civil War. But I feel like...
But you didn't like it in Man of Steel?
What?
Snyder was there, man.
It's funny. You probably have a large segment of people assuming James Gunn doing this movie after having done Suicide Squad, after having done 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and kind of expecting the similar quippy, comedic timing of those films. And this trailer starts off with, no, there's like a Gaza or Ukraine analogy of Superman stopping war and being literally frustrated because the government is angry at him trying to save lives. It's like, this is intense, and it is really great. I love how frustrated he is. I also love the character beats. It's this bit of Clark and Lois in a fairly intimate, they're alone in an apartment. Obviously, Lois knows Superman is Clark and all that.
Thank God.
But I love that that's out the window, not dealing with the reveal bit. It does seem kind of, I guess, early in the identity awareness because she doesn't know about crypto and stuff. So, but I love the code switch that Clark does to Superman in the interview when he's sitting down and it's about to start, and then he just puts his hands together and sits up and goes Miss Lane. And it's like, that feels like how, like, almost Christopher Reeves would have addressed Margot Kidder as Superman.
There's a little bit of an intonation change in his voice too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He does that switch very well, and that gives me really good hope that he performs the Clark and Superman changes. I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic. The only thing I'm concerned about is there's a lot in this trailer. There's a lot of moving parts. Of you have Superman fighting like 3 or 4 different kinds of things. You have 4 or 5 other superheroes in the movie in different settings. Superman gets imprisoned at some point. There's a war that he apparently stops. There's a lot of government interaction. There's a lot of Lex Luthor all over the place. Like there's a lot that's going to be in this movie that I don't know how well it's going to successfully fit everything in the movie. This feels like here's a trailer for the next 2 or 3 Superman movies.
Here's what I wonder, and maybe if this is the case, it may change my mind on one thing. But before I get to that, I want to say, when you're talking about the quippy stuff, that's the only part of the movie that didn't work for me, or the trailer, is when he says, "Eyes up here, buddy." That felt not good to me. It felt weird. I don't know if he's going to be good with the humor in that way. Or maybe it's very cringy and awkward, and that's kind of a cool character trait for Superman anyway, because he's a fish out of water. I don't know. We'll see. But when we got the first trailer, I was not happy with using the original music from the first Superman. I'm like, why do we have to keep, doing the nostalgia trip back? But seeing this trailer, knowing that the two, Lois and him, already know each other, all this stuff, and I just wonder, are we just taking ownership of that music for this franchise? And if that's what we're doing, if that's your theme music, then maybe it's okay.
I think that's exactly what it is. I mean, I think they got to a point of like, there's no topping it. It's the John Williams Superman.
It's that, yeah.
It's like, why bother?
It's the quintessential Superman identifier in cinema. So if that's what we're doing, then I'm fucking good with it. Let's go, because it's beautiful music.
Hey, how do you top John Williams? Sometimes you just go, all right.
Sorry, man. You got it. You got it.
Hans Zimmer even tried. Didn't stick.
Can't do it.
No.
Can't do it. Yeah. So I don't know. I think this overall is a good-ass trailer. Like, I have much more enthusiasm for the film than I did before.
I'm about the same. I like the previous ones where it just shows a whole scene. Big fan of that, just because it's like, just as I'm getting really into it, it goes, that's the end of the trailer, and I'm like, oh man, I want to see more. So when it's just a clip show like this, fine.
Well, the clips, whatever, the action scenes, I know there's going to be plenty of that, but the fact that it's showing us that there's a complex story going on, I'm into that big time. It's not just a simple tights and fights movie. There's going to be some thought into it, and because the idea that Superman is like the most powerful being on the planet, but there's some things he can't stop, and that's why he's frustrated. I just think that's cool. I'm hype for this now.
Wait, so there are some things he can't control? Was he a fascist?
I mean, that's you got to be careful, man. Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful.
It's a Blue Beetle joke, everybody. Nobody remembers Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
The little Batman hate. Yeah, Blue Beetle, that's not coming back.
Yep, nope.
I don't think that's... Supposedly it was coming back. I don't think so. All right, I haven't watched
speaking of things that weren't supposed to come back.
Well, let's see. Maybe it'll be good.
I've come to terms with the fact that you don't have an average job.
You guys having fun at the convention?
But we haven't seen you in months.
What happened to your eye?
Somebody found me at the game.
What game?
The one you missed.
And summer break's just a few days away.
We should do something. Strictly family time.
Come on, kids. It can be an adventure.
Let's do this.
Son of a bitch.
I am just so happy that we're all together.
Hey, city boy.
Hey.
Get out of here. Let's go right now.
I understand protecting your sister, but there are other ways to handle things.
I left my phone.
Hutch, no.
I like your way better.
What the hell, Hutch? On our first date?
I think I stumbled into something.
You're vacationing in an old bootlegging route, full of drugs, crooked cops, and one woman who controls it all. You didn't take your family there, did you?
Yeah.
You'll want to de-escalate the situation.
De-escalate. No escalating. Guys, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm here on vacation.
Find this nobody. Scorched earth.
Oh, this
I
said
just want a
the
break.
title.
There's no way you were just some family man.
We all have different sides. But most of all, you're a dad. Go fix this shit.
I told you.
I'm on fucking vacation!
Okay. I don't know. I wasn't. I popped on the first one for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, I don't care. So when it's like, you want another one? I'm like, I don't care.
I have a lot of nostalgia for the first movie because that was my first movie back in theaters after lockdown.
What?
Yeah.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Well, I think. Well, anyway, moving on.
Yeah, no, the Sesame Street documentary was the first one back.
That oh, bitch, you.
What? You gonna say no to that?
No, I'm not gonna say no to that. But this is my first like movie. So
Oh,
it's a
okay. So
documentary.
I guess that whole day where we went and saw the Sesame Street movie, the demon, whatever fucking anime movie.
Steve, I think the important thing is Zach feels hurt that you're leaving him out of your first day back.
I was about to say, we were hype as fuck for that day.
Because we were getting out. It wasn't like the first real movie. We saw a documentary and like an anime, whatever.
I mean, didn't we see?
You can see Zach's heart just crush on screen here.
Moving
I'm
on.
like, that whole day don't matter? Okay.
It really doesn't.
That whole day.
It's like your whole history doesn't
that
matter.
whole ass day. I feel like, but the first movie was just okay. You know, I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I thought it's fine. I think the action scenes were better than I expected. And I appreciated that he was more, I guess, a little more John McClane, where he just take a little bit of a beating, you know, than John Wick, who doesn't really, even when he takes a beating, it doesn't really do anything to him. And I guess that stuff is okay, but I don't know if it warranted another movie.
I think the interesting thing too is finding out if the success of the first movie is because it was like people getting to be back in theaters after the pandemic. So that could give a false sense of affinity for the IP versus thank God we finally got out of the house. And this was what it was in theaters. So we'll see how it holds up.
Just looking at the trailer, I fucking knew it the minute they said they were going on vacation. I'm like, they're going to use the vacation, the music from the vacation movie, and they did. And I guess I'm glad they did, because it really just sets the tone of expectation. Because the other thing that I was waiting for was for the family to not want him to ruin their vacation, but at the end, somebody say, you need to go do this. And they fucking showed it to us in the trailer when his wife did it.
Just have bingo. Just have a like a drinking game bingo. Like in the
Also,
theater,
fuck you.
you just go up. I got that. Takes a shot.
Yeah. Also, fuck you to this trailer, because it's a Zemeckis level trailer. Basically shows you the whole
show
movie.
the whole goddamn film while you're at it.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the entire story arc, so I don't know. I mean, I'll see it because I see almost everything, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not hyped for it. Listen, I'm not doing 150 this year. Thank God for that.
Yeah, you had that taste. You had that taste. You don't want another taste.
No, I did it, and it is done, and none of you fools will ever surpass me. So that's all that matters.
I don't know if I can do another 100. That broke me.
You can't do it. Another 100 wouldn't do it, sir. You'd have to do 151.
I know. Yeah, what I'm saying is, I did 100, and oh no. Because like the stress of it, where you're like, "Fuck, I'm behind. I gotta like." It's like going to work. I gotta go see shit.
I mean, it is that last stretch was rough. Oof, that last stretch of 150 was rough. 100 seems easy. Seems like child's play now. See, Sydney says, I don't know about this one. The first, nobody was better.
Why is he yelling?
Well, yeah, and then also, this is one of the reasons why I hate sequels and remakes. I agree. Now, there are some sequels that are good. There are, on occasion, sequels that are better or equally as good. Like Alien and Aliens. You're talking about two incredible
one of the
movies.
greatest sequels of all time. That's unfair.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's like White Man Can't Jump, the Rosie Perez sequence. And sometimes when you win, you really lose. But sometimes when you lose, you break even. So that's how I feel about sequels. Is sometimes they're all right. But this one, I don't know. Feels unnecessary.
You could say Texas Chainsaw and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
I would
At least
100% say that.
As much as I don't like TCM2, and
you're wrong about that.
That's fine. But as much as I don't really like it, it doesn't wallow in the first one and go, remember? It uses it as a jumping off point to do something else.
But you know what, though? What I love about that movie is it actually does wallow in the first one, but you got to know the behind the scenes story to understand it.
That's different. What I'm saying is it's not just the same one again. It's not.
It's definitely not. It is a very different experience.
Now look at this movie. Is this just the same one again?
No, man, they're on vacation. It's different.
Excuse me.
And now the family knows his secret.
Suddenly it's super fucking different. Oh, jeez. Stop the presses.
It does appear to me that he comes off more superhuman in this one than the first one. But I don't know. What do you think about it, Nico? You going to see it?
I mean, I'm not going to rush to the theater to go see it. Like, I'm, living that dad life. So my actual going out to a theater trips are much fewer. I'm not shooting for 150 or 100. I can guarantee you that. So I'm not going to burn a theater trip on Nobody, especially since I still haven't seen all of Nobody 1. I will say, though, of the 3 trailers, it's not the least interesting trailer. I think Ironheart had the worst trailer. I think Ironheart doesn't do anything to sell the property to you, whereas Nobody at least has some good action in it. And Superman was a great trailer.
Yeah, that Superman trailer, that was a good fucking trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that movie now. All right, so let's see where we are. We've been going an hour already, so let's just skip to Nico's story.
Oh, we don't want the...
What?
We don't want the copyright
lawsuit?
Wait. Well, which one do you guys want to talk about? Which one do you want to... I don't care. Let's do one story. Which one do you want to do?
Zach, are you particularly interested in the Together one, or?
Yeah, I think that's the more interesting one.
Okay.
And
streaming
services changing titles to what it was before. Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Really quick, HBO is HBO Max again or Max is HBO Max again because they're fucking stupid. One other thing I forgot to mention to you guys: did you guys see that AMC is doing. They always did half price tickets on Tuesday, and they've added half price tickets on Wednesday now. Did you guys see the announcement about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Stimulus Tuesdays, and now it's going to be half price Wednesdays.
I think it's very interesting though, because the CEO in an interview was talking about it. He said it's because we're back, baby. He said the box office is back. He said we would not be able to afford to do this if we weren't doing so well. So Netflix can eat shit.
Tina and I were talking about, it's like, well, here's, unfortunately, we could see more movies and be on less episodes of Culture Smash.
Well, damn it, they're still having half price Tuesdays.
Yeah.
They're not taking that away. You have choices. You have choices.
Yep.
All right.
All right, let's get into together then. Allison Brie, Dave Franco, WME, and director-screenwriter Dave Shanks have all been named in a new lawsuit accusing them of stealing the idea for their upcoming film together. The film, which was a hit at the 2025 Sundance Film Festival, and it was there that producers of the 2023 film Better Half first felt that their film had been copied. This is being outlined by The Hollywood Reporter. The producers of Better Half alleged that after Patrick Phelan wrote the script in 2019, the film's casting director reached out to WME agent representing Franco and Brie in 2020. The entire script was attached, according to the lawsuit, and there was a $20,000 offer for them to take on the lead roles. They obviously did not do that, which continued in production and quietly premiered in 2023. But when Together debuted this past winter, producers felt the two films had too many similarities for it to be pure coincidence. Not going into those because spoiler territory.
I was about to say, it's out there if you want to read it, but
Yep.
I personally wouldn't know. I can't say, but those sure seem like spoilers.
Yep.
I can say, because I saw it at South by Southwest, I saw this movie, and they are spoilers. Oof. So
according to in Variety, a spokesperson from WME characterized the suit as, quote, frivolous and without merit, end quote. Lawsuit concludes with a demand for a jury trial.
I mean,
have you seen the Better Half film?
No, but I'm going to find it.
Yeah, I think it's on Tubi.
Yeah, this whole thing just came out this morning.
No, it's on Mubi. So, haha, you got to get with me to get the information, get access to that. But yeah, it's
really
on
need
Mubi.
To see it. All right.
Oh wait, it's not showing on Mubi. Well, what the fuck? Why is it listed on Mubi?
Anyway, moving on to the actual discussion, is this happens a lot where you'll have a movie come out that's very similar to another one that's been pitched or made, but in this case, if you read the similarities between the two movies, they're not similarities. They have the same fucking scenes.
Yeah, especially like it goes
arcs.
into specifically there's a scene in the film where a character in a certain moment in the film decides to put on a song, a specific song from a specific album, and it's exact.
It's the same.
It's
the gall of these filmmakers to do this is crazy to me, because they clearly had the script for the original film. It was submitted to them. They said no to it, and then they went and made the movie anyway without the creators of the story, because it's literally shot for shot in some spots. And then to come out and say that it was without merit, they're going to pay. They're going to end up paying for this.
Well, it kind of makes you it makes your version that you saw pretty special, because the credits might be altered for the theatrical release. I can't say. I definitely I don't know. I haven't seen it. But yeah, reading this article was like, holy shit.
Yeah, like it came out like gangbusters this morning. It was just blowing across social media because a lot of us saw this at South by Southwest and generally liked it. But
mid.
any goodwill...
I mean, I have a friend that said it was mid.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
But any goodwill that these actors had in support of the movie, it's gone now, because this is just this is not frivolous. This is
I'm really going to be curious on if we can ever find out where the copying originated from. Like, was it straight up Dave and Allison decided, yeah, we like this movie, let's just make it ourselves? Was it that like WME got it in hands of the director or the screenwriter and they just copied it? Like, was it one or of them, both of them, a combination of them? Like, where is the breakdown? It would be funny if, like, after like another Franco gets canceled in Hollywood for this, it's like,
right?
Man, that really
Not another one.
I mean, the writer is the director.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, dude, that would suck. But I don't know. It makes me a little tingly on the inside to know, like, yo, what if the movie gets canceled?
I mean, I think the movie's going to come out. It's interesting though that they're asking for a big chunk of money, and I don't.
I think they probably deserve it.
I mean, they probably deserve it, but I don't know that the movie is going to be worth that much money. The one that's together, I don't know that it's going to be worth that much.
Well,
it's
you
not going to be
probably
that
should
big.
have thought about that before you copied the film.
Realistically, what it should be is a percentage of the film, whatever that looks like. But I can't wait to see what happens, because this looks like some really bad shenanigans that took place.
I mean, yeah, when it gets down to like how it's the same, it's like, oh yeah, no, they definitely have merit in their 100%. Lawsuit here, because it's not just like the idea of this is the same. It's like, no, on a scene to scene basis, it's the same. It's like,
yeah, I mean, we very often will have a year where 2 disaster movies will come out that are very similar.
Dread and The Raid come out. It's basically the same type movie, but
Armageddon Deep Impact is like the classic one. I will say one thing. I was looking up the movie, and the Hollywood Reporter says the director's name is Dave Shanks, but I'm finding it as Michael Shanks other places, like IMDb. So I'm not sure.
Wikipedia also has Michael Shanks. The poster says Michael Shanks.
Yeah, I don't know if he also goes by Dave, or that was just a flub on Hollywood Reporter. I'm guessing probably a flub, because there is a Dave in the movie. Because I wanted to see what he's done, and I don't really know much of this other work. Well,
it's his directorial debut.
Yeah, I mean, also looking at writer credits.
Not a great start, guys.
Yeah, that's something. I don't know. That's something we'll probably keep an eye on, and we may revisit because they want a trial. They want a jury trial, and I don't blame them. They probably won't get it.
I suspect it'll be settled. If there's merit to the case, I guarantee it will be settled.
And I think part of the reason they're demanding a jury trial is because they know it'll help them with the settlement, because no one wants that trial to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's just bad for the actors and the director. So we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, because it's also produced by Dave Franco and Allison Brie, and a shit ton of people too. Holy shit.
Well, and they came hard for that movie at South by, because they were both there for the screening that I was at, and they came out and talked about the movie and how much work they put in to try to make it happen and all this stuff. And I'm like, now I'm just looking at the whole thing with a side eye. All right. There's a few things. I didn't list everything. As far as physical media, I tried to just list the things that looked good, and well, good to someone, not to me. Because new on Blu-ray this week is Captain America: Brave New World. It's on Blu-ray, 4K, and on a Steelbook. I did not care for that one enough. Now, Mickey 17, on the other hand, Blu-ray and 4K, I will be picking that one up at some point. Black Bag on 4K, I'll be getting that one too, because you know what, Zach? That's a good movie.
I need to watch that.
And then Vice Squad is out on 4K.
Hey, get that Neon Prime in 4K.
If any movie ever deserved a 4K, it has to be fucking Vice Squad.
I don't know if I want a 4K for that movie. Like, it's so mean.
It is very mean. That is if you look up nihilistic in the dictionary, there's a picture of the Vice Squad cover art, probably the VHS. Because
really, that's the one that gets nihilist?
Well, it's one of them.
I was about to say, I mean, it's on the list.
For the mainstream audience. Are we going to go global? If we're going global, it'll be a whole different thing.
Oh, yeah. If we're going global, holy shit.
Yeah, well, then that changes everything. But yeah, it's it's a mean movie, but it was an entertaining watch also. So that's the things that I picked. The Dune Prophecy, the show, first season of that is out on Blu-ray also if you're interested. I watched a couple episodes and just sort of fell off with it.
I mean, I'm glad that they are putting it on physical media. Like, they could go the Netflix route and just refuse.
Well, and there is only a small little part of me that is tempted to get it, because if I decide to watch it later, and Warner Brothers being who they are, they just fucking pull it off their streaming service.
Well, also, I mean, if you want to watch a movie about someone nobody knows, you can get Better Man on 4K.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Yeah,
we didn't even list that. We don't know who that guy is though. Who's the guy it's about?
One of the biggest selling musicians in the world.
Honestly. Robbie someone. I don't know who that is. So
I actually really want to see that movie. I missed it in theater. I'm curious.
I just love how everyone's like, how come this movie failed? And it's like, no one knows who this is. It's a monkey guy.
No one domestically knows as much who it is, but globally he's, pretty well known. I do think it's been a while since he had a big record though. Like early 2000s maybe.
I wouldn't know.
And he had that music video that was the shit. Like basically stripped him down to the bones. It was gory for a music video. It was cool. Alrighty, I'm hungry. Let's wrap this baby up.
Hell yeah.
Nico, where do we find you on the internet, sir?
You can find everything I do at nicholasqualls.com. I'm most active on social media, usually on Blue Sky. You can just look up nicholasqualls.com on Blue Sky, and you'll find me there, and it's all linked at nicholasqualls.com. If you are in the Atlanta area or going to be in Memorial Day weekend, I will be at MomoCon, which is a large gaming, animation, and comics convention. So hit me up there. Let me know if you're going to be there. And that's pretty much all I've got going on.
Zachy boy?
You can find me on Instagram, Master of the Matrix 71. You can find me on Steam and Discord, A Dangerous Lunatic. And you can find me on Letterboxd. I always forget that one. Master Z91.
It's okay. He had a little mini stroke. It's okay though.
Dude, I've been a little slow tonight, for real.
So you can find me all things OTS movies, mostly on TikTok, obviously, also on Instagram, Letterboxd OTS movies, and also OTS movies here on YouTube. So yeah, those are the big things. I was trying to think. I'm on Blue Sky, and I'm going to try and get more active over there. I just keep forgetting about it. I don't know what that says, but I do. I keep forgetting it. But tell Tina that we missed her, unfortunately.
Yep, will do.
And everybody have a good evening.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.